I'm 68. I never travel without these 7 essentials, and neither should you. Have you ever found yourself standing at the front door, suitcase in hand, and suddenly wondering, am I really ready for this trip? Not just the excitement part, that little flutter we all get when adventure calls, but the real practical side of it. Did I pack the right things? What if something unexpected happens on the road? If you're over 60, you know that traveling today isn't exactly the same as it was when we were 30 or 40. Our bodies are wiser, but they're also a little more particular. Long flights feel longer. New foods might not sit as easily. And let's be honest, sometimes a simple delay or a missed bus can throw off our whole day more than it used to. But that doesn't mean we should stay home. Far from it. Travel after 60 can be one of the richest, most beautiful experiences of our lives, if we prepare smartly. That's why today we're talking about something I wish someone had sat me down and explained years ago. The absolute essentials every senior traveler should never leave home without. These aren't just nice-to-haves. They're your personal survival kit for peace of mind, comfort, and confidence, no matter where the road leads you. So let's dive right in. The very first thing, and it might sound simple, is making sure you have a medical essentials kit built specifically for you. I'm not talking about a generic first aid box with a few Band-Aids and aspirin thrown in. I mean a small, personalized kit that fits neatly in your carry-on, packed with everything you rely on daily, and a few extras you might not think about until you really need them. Your regular medications, of course, but also a few days' worth of backup doses, clearly labeled and stored separately in case your luggage takes an unexpected detour. I always tell my friends, imagine you're stuck somewhere for 3 extra days. Would you have what you need? Add in some basic over-the-counter helpers too, pain relievers, digestive aids, allergy medicine, and even a few electrolyte tablets if you're traveling somewhere hot. You'll thank yourself later when you're feeling strong and steady while everyone else is scrambling to find a pharmacy in a foreign town. And while we're on the subject of being prepared, let's talk about the second must-have, copies of important documents. Trust me, in the whirlwind of airports, hotels, and day tours, things can, and do, go missing. It's not about being paranoid, it's about being smart. Take photocopies of your passport, your driver's license, your health insurance card, and any prescription details, and stash them in a few different places. One in your carry-on, one tucked safely in your suitcase, and even one emailed to yourself. That way, if the unthinkable happens and your wallet or bag gets lost, you have the information you need to sort it out quickly without a major panic. I remember a dear friend of mine who lost her purse on a train ride through Italy. If she hadn't had her document copies tucked away in her backpack, she would have faced days of hassle and stress. Instead, within an hour, she was already talking to the embassy staff, documents in hand, with her next steps clear. Sometimes it's the smallest bit of preparation that makes the biggest difference. Now, speaking of clear next steps, here's another thing that should always be packed right at the top of your bag. A lightweight portable charger. It sounds so simple, but staying connected can literally be a lifeline when you're traveling, especially if plans change or emergencies pop up. These days, our phones aren't just for calling home. There are maps, our ticket wallets, our translation apps, our emergency contacts. A dead phone battery in an unfamiliar place isn't just inconvenient, it can be downright dangerous. I always carry a slim, reliable power bank that holds at least 2 full charges for my phone. It's saved me more times than I can count, whether it was finding my hotel after a long day of exploring, calling a cab when my feet just couldn't carry me another block, or simply texting my family to let them know I was safe and sound. And don't just toss it in the bottom of your suitcase and forget about it. Keep that charger somewhere easy to reach, a front pocket of your carry-on, or even your jacket, and make a habit of topping it up every night when you charge your phone. It's such a small thing, but it gives you an incredible sense of control and comfort while you're out in the world. Now that we've laid the groundwork with the basics, caring for your health, protecting your identity, and staying connected, it's time to build even more peace of mind into your travels. Because being prepared, it isn't about expecting disaster. It's about creating the freedom to enjoy yourself without those nagging little worries pulling at the back of your mind. So let's keep going and talk about the next absolutely essential thing you should never, ever leave home without. And that brings us to something you might not think about until you're already a few days into your trip: a comfortable, supportive pair of walking shoes. Now, I'm not talking about those stiff, fancy shoes we sometimes pack, thinking we'll wear them out to dinner. I'm talking about real, honest-to-goodness walking shoes that have already been broken in and are ready to take you wherever you want to go, without a single blister or ache. The truth is, when we travel, we end up walking far more than we realize. Even in airports alone, the distance between gates can sometimes feel like a mini marathon. And once you're exploring a new city or wandering through a museum, your feet become your most important companions. If they're hurting, if they're tired, if they're unsupported, your whole body feels it. And suddenly that beautiful cobblestone street you were so excited to see, it just looks like a painful obstacle course. I learned this lesson the hard way years ago on a trip to Paris. I brought my nicest shoes, thinking I'd look the part, and by the second afternoon I could barely walk. I spent an entire day sitting on a bench instead of visiting the places I had dreamed about. Ever since then, I travel with one simple rule: if the shoes aren't made for all-day comfort, they don't make it into my suitcase. Trust me, your future self will thank you when you're still going strong at sunset, ready for one more stroll through a beautiful new place. Now, once your feet are taken care of, it's time to think about the other part of your body that needs a little extra love on the road: your skin. Travel, especially by plane, can leave us feeling dry, itchy, and just generally uncomfortable. That's why one of my secret weapons is a small, travel-sized moisturizer and a lip balm with SPF. It might seem like a tiny thing, but staying hydrated on the outside is just as important as staying hydrated on the inside. Airports, airplanes, hotel rooms, they all have one thing in common: dry, recycled air. And as we get older, our skin naturally holds on to less moisture, making us even more vulnerable to discomfort and irritation. A few dabs of moisturizer throughout the day, on your hands, your face, even your elbows, can make a world of difference in how fresh and comfortable you feel. It's like carrying a little piece of home with you, no matter where you are. Plus, it only takes a few seconds to apply, and you'll notice immediately how much better you feel when you're not distracted by dry, tight skin. And while we're keeping comfort in mind, let's not forget one more absolute must-have: a compact, lightweight travel blanket or shawl. You might be thinking, why would I need a blanket if I'm traveling to a warm place? But hear me out. Planes are notorious for being cold, even if you're headed somewhere tropical. Buses and trains crank up the air conditioning. Even some hotel lobbies feel like you're stepping into a refrigerator. Having your own soft, cozy layer isn't just about warmth. It's about comfort, familiarity, and a little extra protection. I always bring a simple, soft shawl that folds down small and weighs almost nothing. It's saved me on countless chilly flights, made hard airport chairs more bearable, and even doubled as a pillow more than once when I needed a quick nap on the go. It's amazing how something so small can make you feel so much more at ease, even when you're far from home. Traveling after 60 isn't about roughing it or proving you can't handle discomfort. It's about treating yourself with care and respect, giving your body and mind every little advantage so that you can soak up every joyful moment of your journey without unnecessary stress or fatigue. With your personalized medical kit packed, your essential documents tucked safely away, your charger weapon, your feet protected, your skin cared for, and a cozy layer to wrap around you when you need it, you're already setting yourself up for a trip that's filled with wonder instead of worry. But we're not quite done yet. There are still a couple of final, often overlooked essentials that can truly elevate your travel experience and keep you feeling safe, secure, and free to explore with confidence. And these last few items might just be the most powerful tools in your senior travel survival kit. One of those powerful tools, and I can't stress this enough, is a small personal safety alarm or whistle. Now, I know it might sound a little dramatic at first, but the reality is no matter how safe and familiar a place feels, it's always better to have a quick way to call for attention if you need it, especially when traveling solo or even just wandering away from the main crowds during tours. These little devices are tiny, light, and incredibly easy to use. You clip one to your bag or tuck it into a pocket, and with a quick push or pull, it can emit a loud noise that draws immediate attention. It's not about living in fear. It's about giving yourself a tool for peace of mind. Most of us will never need to use it, and that's wonderful. But just knowing it's there can help you feel a little braver venturing down that charming, quiet street or hopping into that taxi alone after dinner. I remember one trip where a friend of mine wandered a little too far from the main shopping street in a new city. She didn't end up in any real danger, but she felt uncomfortable, and she told me afterward that just having her little alarm clipped to her bag made her feel 1,000 times more in control. Sometimes confidence is the best travel companion you can pack. And speaking of confidence, there's one last thing I always bring that has nothing to do with gadgets or gear, and everything to do with peace of mind: a written list of important phone numbers, not stored in my phone, written on actual paper. Think about it for a moment. If your phone battery dies, if you lose your device, or even if you're in a spot with no service, how would you call for help? Who would you reach out to? In our digital world, it's so easy to forget the basics. But a simple card tucked into your wallet with a few critical numbers, family, friends, doctor, travel insurance contact, can make all the difference. One time while traveling, I lost my phone in a busy outdoor market. Thankfully, I had a small note card tucked into my bag with my emergency numbers. A kind local let me use their phone, and within minutes I was back in touch with my daughter, letting her know what happened and getting help to sort things out. It's a tiny habit that can save you a world of stress. So here we are, standing at the door again, suitcase packed, heart full of excitement for the journey ahead. But this time, you're not stepping out wondering if you've forgotten something important. You're ready, truly ready. You've thought ahead, cared for yourself, and set yourself up for success. With your health essentials, your document safety net, your battery backup, your trusted walking shoes, your skin protection, your cozy comfort, your personal safety backup, and your lifeline written in ink. You're not traveling like you did when you were 20, and that's a good thing. You're traveling wiser, more prepared, and with a deeper appreciation for the incredible opportunity every journey brings. And just remember, traveling after 60 isn't about the places you check off your list. It's about the moments you collect along the way. It's about feeling the sun on your face in a new place, laughing with strangers who become friends, and realizing that adventure has no age limit. Every step you take is a testament to your spirit, your courage, and your love of life. Before you head out, I would love to hear from you. What's your number one travel essential? Is there something you never leave home without that makes your journey smoother, safer, or simply more enjoyable? Share it in the comments below. You might just inspire someone else for their next big adventure. And if you found this video helpful, please take a moment to like it, share it with a friend who loves to travel, and subscribe to our channel for more tips, stories, and inspiration to help you live your best life after 60. Here's to new horizons, unforgettable memories, and traveling smarter, not harder, at any age. Wherever you're going next, may your journey be safe, joyful, and full of wonder. Until next time, take care and keep exploring. Thank you so much for spending your time with us today. If this video gave you something to think about or made you smile, please give it a like, share it with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe for more wisdom every week. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below and join the conversation. Your voice matters. Your story matters. Until next time, stay wise, stay kind, and take care.